Hello and welcome. Today we are speaking with Ulyana Zilbermints, my personal dear friend, a global CRO, master builder of high impact executive networks, and the creator of some of the most successful value-driven platforms in the industry. Ulyana currently is serving as the CRO of a global consulting organization with over 6,000 people. She's the force behind several powerful communities, including her C-Level Club and the Extraordinary Women in Tech platform, which now connects more than 30,000 people globally. You're really well known for blending your creativity, strategy, human connection to design these authoritative marketing campaigns and ecosystems that are driving real business impact. Uli, it's such a pleasure to have you on the other side of the microphone today, finally, and hear your story after creating this platform and interviewing so many. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you so much, Holly. It feels amazing and also nerve-wracking that I usually interview and I give people a space. Now you're giving me a space, so I'm really grateful to share.
So you've interviewed probably hundreds of thousands now of executives and CIOs. Tell us a little bit about your philosophy of storytelling. Why do you believe that that's one of the most powerful ways to empower people and create impact?
If I had to describe my greatest strength, I think it would be the way I connect with people. I've learned that the most people in the world, they really feel disconnected with people. You have agendas, right, behind every conversation. And when you actually drop the agenda and just be present, everything changes. And I think for me, when I speak with someone, that moment really matters. Being in the moment with them and I'm fully present, I want to really recreate what's going on in their life. Not because I'm trying to collect connections, but because I genuinely care. And I give people a space to speak and share their stories. And with that, I learned so much. And then we build this trust and relationships that in the future, we want to help each other, right? And that's now in this world, human connection is the most important. And I think that's where I want to continue striving and giving people voices and platforms so they can stay human.
That's so beautiful. And that's certainly true. That really is who you are. It's a gift. It's an unusual gift. And the degree to which you're able to do that, I have to say it's really magical. And I want to ask you a follow-up question about that, Ulyana. Where does that come from in you? Have you always had that quality? Is it something you've cultivated? Tell us a little bit about where that started with you.
You build a first connection and then network of conversations. That's how you start. The universe is limitless. And if you put something out there and if you have the magical tool when you say, like, this is what I want, everything turns around and you see it. And as long as you see the signs and you pick them up, that's how life is. And I've seen this, year over year. It's not about where do you want to go, but what do you want to receive and enrich this world with? And I guess that's where it comes from.
Yeah, you talked about kind of creating something, and it sounds like it's all about attunement. You're attuned to what's unfolding in the universe. You're also attuned to the people around you. You're present with them. My goodness, look at you. Look at how that has unfolded. Look how that's evolved. You're this incredibly powerful C-level. And with that, you've also developed this other side of yourself, which is this leader, this executive. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about what is your leadership philosophy?
Oh, thank you for that. I don't believe in job description. I think the main thing I wanted to share is I really want always to create roles around people. I want to talk to them and ask them, let's go through layers. There's a lot of things on the surface that I want to get the next level, the management director level, but I never focus on that. I want to ask them, what do you really personally strive for? What you love? What are your strengths? What are your gifts? And then we take it to the next level and see if there's a passion project. We have some goals, and then we switch to another project. I think life is so fluid that you have to find a new thing. You cannot just stagnate in one project. My personal journey, I had so many creative things that I've done in my life that sometimes I ask myself, why am I not finishing them? As soon as I get good at it, I move on to the next thing. But then I realize, I look back, it's like, these are my gifts. I have so many things I can do dangerously enough and good enough, and then continue learning. So for example, dance, painting, art, design, all these things I've done, gymnastics, and then I moved into tech. Like, how can you be creative in tech? And then you and I partnered and we thought, okay, well, we can build something through platforms and giving people spaces. As a journalist, I love to interview people. So I took that journalist hat and I take it into a tech world. Of course, new projects and everything else kind of comes natural after when you have this passion.
That's so true. We are talking about passion projects. So I have to now ask you about Extraordinary Women in Tech. You started this platform 6 years ago. It grew from, just passion-driven interviews. I think it was COVID times or maybe just before that you started interviewing women in tech. And now you've got 15,000 members, more than that globally. It's a community. What made this platform resonate so quickly? And why is it different from all the other kind of women in tech networks that are out there?
No, such a great question. I always talk to women every day explaining what is different about us, right? When they just start. My goal was very simple and deeply personal, to create something for women and what they truly needed, a space where you could fully be seen and heard. Basically, you take your ego outside and you come with your vulnerability. And I always try to start with my personal shares, because women tend to be very closed, and especially on top is very lonely. The trust is not established. So you cannot just go in somewhere and trust from the beginning. But when you have a space, it's safe, it's beautiful, and it's really courageous, and authentic stories are shared as a common ground, the sisterhood builds up right away. And I think whoever joined our events before, they probably would see the magic that happens from the first opening to the networking at the end, where everyone is truly feel heard. There is a sisters all over. They want to support each other, and there's a level of connection that you would never get anywhere. It's like the first touch could be so personal, and then you take it forever. Then these women, they always want to come back and they want to give back. And I think that's what is special about this platform. We're all givers in this platform. We don't want to receive, but we receive so much more if we give. So.
I'm glad you mentioned the word sisters. I've seen these friendships span years, and women helping each other through tough moments in their personal lives or helping each other get to that next job. So it's something very, very special that you've created here. And I just want to say thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you for sharing it with the world.
Thank you. And what I also wanted to add is my goal is also to help every woman to own their power and identify what it is. Through all these talks and conversations, even if you're quietly listening, you're gaining this confidence inside, because every woman went through the same thing. All the successful women's stories that I hear, they just had this courage to go through all their no's that they had in their head, people not believing in them, but they pushed themselves to the limit, and they always said yes and took risks. And that's the only difference between women who are trying and women who are super successful. Just being in action, taking, falling, standing up, going and trying, and never take no for an answer, and just go with it. I would love to have every woman from, students and girls that are just graduating to gain their confidence, because their voices are so important, build their brand, and really excited about bringing more women that with confidence into the next, chapter.
That's so beautiful. I love that vision.
And for Extraordinary Women in Tech, the next step is really to build something for young generation of women and entering the world, and create EWiT Academy, where all these women that we built and brought together throughout the years, giving back and being available in North America and Europe, and helping third world countries and students to have mentorship and role models created online, because everything is so flat now. You can actually give back and see impact in the other side of the world. Mm-hmm. So my next is really to build this mentorship programs, go to universities and inspire and get delegates who are actually excited to enter the world of tech, because tech is very different. Everyone touches tech. It's no longer I'm an engineer and I graduated and I'm one of the girls in engineering graduating. Now you can enter tech world from product design, any side of things, and become a guru in seconds using AI. So I am really inspired by having AI and girls in AI, helping them to enter the tech world as well with ease, and not, all these hard curriculums that they feel overwhelmed with.
And I think that mentorship side of it, that's so key, because you can enter, but then how do you shine? How do you thrive? How do you continue to find joy and that spark of true collaboration that you talked about? That's really, really exciting.
Sometimes there's no process and they feel lost. There is no curiosity, there's no role modeling, there's no training programs or something that gives them this push to learn. So my goal is really to create some system and program that helps bridge that gap, to get them ready, communicating well and getting their confidence, getting their voice, but also very deep tech knowledge and leadership knowledge from all these mentors that will blend it into beautiful stream of new way of workforce that we'll see very, very soon.
You give me a lot of hope for the future. I cannot wait to see how this next generation leans into those tools and this mentorship and these frameworks that you're building now. And what an incredible impact to future generations and to the whole way that we work and collaborate. Thank you, Ulyana. Really, really lovely to hear from you today.
Thanks, Holly.